The music signifies that we're back. We are back. This is Late Night Health, broadcasting live from Supply Side West in Las Vegas, Nevada. We've been talking with all kinds of interesting people here at Late Night Health, which is now powered by Pod Clips. That's right, Pod Clips, brand new, up-and-coming podcasting system. We'll be talking about that in the next couple of weeks. Thank you, Pod Clips, and thank you particularly to my friends. We're going to spend some time learning about public health safety with Jesse D. Miller, Dr. Miller, Ph.D. He's the Director of Applied Research Center at NSF International. Jesse, welcome to Late Night Health.
Thank you for having me, Mark. Appreciate it.
Our pleasure. Thank you for stopping me in the aisle yesterday.
It's hard to miss you. You're a handsome man.
Thank you, sir. We'll hold hands afterwards. Not that there's anything wrong with that. So tell us, give me a capsule view of what NSF does. I know that that you do research and testing for like supplements, okay?
Sure.
But you do a lot more. Give us an overview, and then we're going to talk about the supplement industry.
Sure. We're a 75-year-old public health and safety organization that's a not-for-profit organization that was founded out of the University of Michigan back in 1944. And our mission really is to promote and protect public health and safety. So we write certification standards as a American National Standards Institute certification body. And then we certify products to those standards. So we'll say we'll make sure your water filters are safe and are filtering out all kinds of nasty stuff there. We'll make sure that the food equipment that your food is made on at a restaurant is safe. We'll make sure that the dietary supplements you put in your body are safe by doing a testing battery on these products, by auditing good manufacturing practices, by doing inspections, by doing training and education. We have a whole gamut of services we offer to businesses to make sure their products are safe and their products keep people safe.
I'm going to ask you a question that just popped into my head, and it's a terrible way to start, but I'm giving you a heads up.
Okay.
This is a big one. Does the FDA need to be retooled?
That's a bombshell question right off the bat. I think the FDA is already beginning to be retooled. If you see the addition of Frank Yanis from Walmart as the number 2 guy at the FDA, they're changing the way they do things there already. And I think that's going to continue to accelerate in our world of technology replacement, how fast that goes, how fast the FDA is going to have to pivot to keep up with innovation in this space. So I think you already see that, especially with what Frank does, the digital side of food safety. They're changing. They're changing for the better, I think.
Will they?
Yeah.
I mean, their mission is similar to yours,
Correct.
to protect the American people.
Correct.
Right?
I have a direct research collaboration with the FDA that helps prove out the mantra that they're working very rapidly to enhance public health and safety with leading organizations like ours.
Yet they approved drugs that stop bladder leakage but can cause permanent brain damage.
Yeah, they might have approved that on the information that was available at the time. I can't comment on that one.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
That was my personal opinion.
Yeah.
I think it needs to have people who understand supplementation and supplement vitamins and not come from big business and things like that. Thank you for letting me put you on this spot.
That's
All
okay,
right.
Mark.
let's take a look at the dietary supplement industry. We were just talking a few minutes ago with Karen Howard from Organics and Natural Health, and they did a very quick study, right? 4 products that are sold on Amazon that have CBD.
Okay.
In their testing, only one of the 4 had CBD, and it had less than 1%.
Okay.
Okay? Does the American people need to be aware of what they're buying?
Yes. The short answer is yes. And that transparency is coming to fruition now, much more with social media, with our ability to be able to scan things and look them up on the internet very rapidly. What she probably ran into is unvalidated testing methods in the industry. A testing lab will take a product and look for CBD in it, right? And they develop some method on some sort of analytical equipment to be able to detect that target chemical, in this case CBD. If you don't have a validated method, you're not going to get a robust result. And validated methodology takes time. It's expensive. You have to know what you're doing. And so I would wager what happened in your friend Karen's instance was those organizations sent their samples out to a testing body that didn't have validated methods and therefore had a result that was not in line with their label claims. And you need to be working with somebody who has an ISO 17025 accreditation, which is basically good laboratory practices. and then be able to have validated methods. And that's what we do at NSF International. We only use validated methods. We are DEA Schedule 1 through 4 labs, so we can handle these drugs that are of interest in the dietary supplements world that are banned substances, and we use validated methods. That's the only way we operate. So and it's a quality thing, Mark. It really is quality, right?
Some products that call themselves CBD that have been removed from the Amazon website.
Sure.
If you research, you put that in, you still get hundreds of thousands of products in there. Some products, some of the ones that have clinical tests and have been looked at and examined, have been removed from the site. Can you?
I can comment a little bit on that. So recently, a company called GW Pharma got a drug approved by the FDA to treat childhood epilepsy, and that drug's
we're interviewing them in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, that's called Epidiolex, and the active ingredient in Epidiolex is CBD.
Right.
Therefore, CBD is a drug. So if you're putting CBD in the form that GW Pharma is using it into your products, technically that's illegal. Okay. So these people that got pulled, maybe they're making claims. This cures cancer. This cures emphysema. This is going to stop your psoriasis. Those are all drug claims, and guess what? You're going to get pulled. The FDA is going to send you a warning letter. You're going to get pulled. So you need to, if you're a manufacturer, don't be making claims of curing diseases, because CBD is a drug as per GW Pharma. You can't be making drug claims unless you're a drug. Don't make those claims. Don't get in trouble. Stay above board. How about that? And the industry is moving so quickly that, I'm sure it's marketing for these people, but you guys got to do the right thing. Otherwise, you won't be on the shelf.
Exactly. So, that
might be what's happening in the situation you mentioned.
One of my issues, and I've said this before on the show, is that I don't want CBD to be taken over by Big Pharma. I want it to be a supplement, because that's what it's designed to be, at least for the supplement industry. There's some product that was advertised, and I was watching it. I don't even remember what it does, but it said average monthly cost is $3,200 a month. Okay, right? I know you make a lot of money, but I don't think
we're not for profit.
I know. So you couldn't
money
afford
we make,
that
we get
drug.
back to. No, you mean me personally? No, I can't afford that.
$3,200 a month.
No,
that's
I can't
ridiculous.
afford that.
It's a lot of money, and so.
Do you know why the cost of that's so high, though, Mark? It costs billions of dollars to make new drugs.
Of course.
And that's part of it. It's like, it's a dichotomy of how do we advance science and keep people healthy versus how do you pay for it? And I don't know. We haven't found that balance, maybe, huh?
We do need to see that balance. And at the same time, what these guys said, here's a coupon. It's $5.
Yeah.
It makes,
Sure.
makes no sense. Yeah, have some water.
Sure, thanks.
One of the things that people, and especially doctors, don't seem to know is that if it says XYZ on the label, it theoretically, legally, is supposed to be that in that capsule.
That's correct.
That's the federal law.
Label claims, man.
Label claims. And doctors, in particular, because they don't have a lot of nutrition background or experience or education, for the most part, not all, they don't know about that FDA rule. And that, can you comment on that?
I don't know that I can comment on that because I haven't run into that with my practitioners. So, I really don't know. I mean, we do label claim substantiation at NSF. It's part of, like you said, putting legal dietary supplements on the market. You have to have what is on your label as far as active ingredients. So we do that testing, we validate that, and we certify that. I can't comment otherwise on that, but it is super important. For our health and safety. I mean, if you have some sort of nutrient in there at some trace level and it's off on the label, say it's lead or something even, then boom, through the roof you get sick. That's a problem, right? So you really have to have your QA and QC systems, your HACCP plan for FSMA, all that in place when you're manufacturing these things. Whether or not your physician knows that stuff, I don't know.
I've talked to a lot of docs and they just don't. They didn't realize that that's required. I actually had a doctor tell me there was an allergy supplement that I was taking, and the supplement had been clinically tested, and he said, they put. I'm trying to think what they put in it. They put something in it that's a drug, and I won't talk to you about it. I will not talk to you about it. I left his office, and it's because, older guy, hadn't taken a nutrition class in 45 years. What should the industry do? I mean, there are, I don't know how many booths here, and they are all selling ingredients. This is the best turmeric. This is the best vitamin C. This is the best vitamin E, D, even K.
Yeah. What does best mean, right? If you're going to say
Right.
it's supposed to give you some sort of health benefit, you should have a clinical trial that backs that up. Make that data available to everybody. Make sure that trial was run correctly.
Right.
I mean, you can run a bad trial. That's really easy. It's harder to run a good one. And then have your product validated through testing to make sure it is what it says it is. So if you have your product validated, tested, it is this. I put this into a clinical trial. I have this result. That's a pretty strong argument, right? And there you go. Now you got some legs to stand on. The CBD industry is still growing towards that because marijuana was federally illegal. We didn't have a ton of clinical studies going on this plant for a long time. So we're still generating that body of knowledge. So a lot of what you see out there now is anecdotal. It's hearsay. Not a lot of clinical studies behind it. There's some, right? And there's some just published studies, not necessarily clinical studies. Some study an academic did in their lab.
Mm-hmm.
But we need a lot deeper body of knowledge to really understand.
Has
the health
NSF
benefits.
done anything on CBD yet?
Yeah, we are currently creating an upper dose limit for safety for CBD, and that should be done here at the end of October 2019. So that'll help advise on what is a safe dose, right? Because right now these things come in 500 mg doses, 5 mg doses. What does that mean? That's 100-fold difference, Mark. So is that okay? I don't know. But our upper safety limit study will tell you if it's okay, right? Our toxicologists at NSF are working on that now.
I got a sample of 2 different CBD products, not here at another show. One had 5 milligrams per capsule for 2 capsules, and the other had 10 milligrams per 2 capsules.
Yeah.
I've been told that you need 25 milligrams. I don't know where that number came from.
It's anecdotal, right?
Right.
Yeah,
exactly.
So I don't know the answer to that either. I'm sure it depends on your body weight and your age and your health and all kinds of stuff. And that's why we do a dosing study.
So have you tried it personally?
Yeah, I take CBD regularly. I have some back pain sometimes from running because I'm a heavier man and I try to run and I'm not good at it. So, yeah. It's a nice product. Everything in moderation, right?
Yeah,
So,
exactly. And it works for you.
It depends on the product, whether or not it works for me. But yeah, I find that it definitely helps ease the pain that I feel sometimes in my joints from running.
All right, last question, because water, I know you guys do water things, and Carrie just wrote you a note probably saying wrap it up. But water and filtering
Sure.
is a big part, and if it's all right, maybe in a few weeks we'll have you back. We'll do a phoner from the regular show, and we'll talk about that. But are water filters the kind that you stick in the refrigerator and you let the water percolate through?
Yeah, we certify all those. Pretty much every filter on the market will have the NSF circle on it. So when you go on Amazon, like you said, you look for the NSF stamp. And that's basically making sure it removes heavy metals, arsenic, lead, making sure bacteria or viruses are removed, if that's the claim on the filter. Because some filters don't claim that, right?
Sure.
They might just say, hey, removes 99.99% of lead. Another
Right.
one might say, hey, removes 99.9% of this bacteria. So it depends on the claims, right? But we certify all those to make sure they're doing what they're saying. And there's a lot of stuff in our water nowadays. You know this. We talk about PFOAs and PFOSs in our water tables. All these metals, all these pharmaceutical chemicals.
There's all this junk
all this
in there.
runoff. Yeah, well, we're doing it to ourselves. But we help protect public health and safety by making sure those filters filter that stuff out, right?
Got it.
That's an important. We all need water. We're 90% water as humans, right? So we got to make sure that's clean, and that's the largest manufacturers in the world come to us for that. And we also test raw materials, to make sure that they're safe before they go into foods and dietary supplements with, next generation sequencing, which is a cutting edge technology with analytical chemistry. So we have a variety of fit for purpose tests, and that's the other thing. As you talk about science, you have to use the right test for the right answer. The question to be solved is here. You design the right test, you get the right answer. So there's tons of different ways to do it, but you need a trusted partner. It's ISO 17025 that knows what they're doing, and that's us. There's other organizations out there that are great as well. So I'm not going to say we're the only ones, but super important stuff to just make sure you have good testing.
You're
lab,
internationally based in Ann Arbor, but
Correct.
I have a personal question.
Yeah.
I can never put in, I'm not tall enough to put in my filter in my refrigerator.
Yeah.
I need to replace it. You're taller. I need you to come over.
You're in California. I'm happy to visit anytime for that, Mark.
If people are interested in looking you guys up, the website is www.nsf.org.
Correct.
So it's nsf.org, everybody. Jesse Miller has been here, Carrie, and you had a
Kitty
whole
Boone.
contingency of people here. I really, really appreciate this and look forward to doing some more work with you, and especially maybe doing something with you with pod clips. I keep saying that. It's pod clips, everybody. And again, Mike Anderson, thank you for that. This is Late Night Help. The music's going to start again. We're going to let Jesse go, and we will be back soon with more here on Late Night Help. Join us at latenighthelp.com as well as facebook.com/latenighthelp.
All right, Mark, thank you for the opportunity. Carrie and Katie are your contacts for